We live in a time of rapid change. We define ourselves in terms of where we are going, not where we came from. Our ignorance of the past is one of almost indifference. But history does matter. We use it every day when we speak languages we did not invent. We use technology we did not design, and are saved from diseases that once killed. In the local communities, the linkages between the past and present are absolutely basic for understanding how we describe ourselves to others. So when inspired people find history being lost and try to do something about it, we should applaud. But when that person is an outsider and doing it for others, then it is very special. Such a story exists in the little village of Ballymore Eustace, a name shaped by history itself. Just down from the Golden Falls Dam that tames the once mighty river that powered Ballymore Eustace's mill by the bridge. This mill was the saviour of the town in the past, but the past is a foreign country in the 21st century.
From the time it became derelict, it became one of the hangout spots, but very, very dangerous once the roofs started to fall and all that kind of thing. So it did become overgrown, it did become somewhere a little bit more suspicious, that people were more wary to go down and hang about.
Some residents did try to do something about it, but they failed. And then along came an entrepreneur and engineer, Harvey Appleby, and his wife Kira.
Actually, we found it online, on My Home, advertised as a site, and we came out of curiosity, and the place had been for sale for years and nobody was taking it on. And we, you know, it's the cliche, but we fell in love with the place. All the details, there's endless sluices and tunnels and features that are, you just don't get on sites anymore. I mean, it felt like an animal that was dying because people just didn't bother feeding it and taking care of it. And if it was erased because nobody bothered to stop it disappearing, that's just not right.
So the couple bought the derelict site with its burnt out car wrecks and overgrown walls. Slowly, brick by brick, month by month, Harvey and a very small team began to clear the site, and slowly the full extent of what was here began to be revealed. There were once over 200 mills on the banks of the Liffey, and the river's power was harnessed mainly for grinding corn and wheat, but later turned to textiles. Ballymore Eustace became a major hub for wool, and the town grew on the back of its once huge success.
The town was built, in large part was built around the factory. There were 700 people worked here in its heyday. And so Weaver's Row, all of those little cottages, they're all based on this. And when we bought the place, there was still people alive who remember the machinery being taken out in 1924. There's a written record of a lady who used to work here, and she was brought back, and she described how she used to walk through, and at 8:30 the bell would ring, the main doors would open, and everybody would troop past the offices, past the tenter's house. So we have some idea as to what each of the buildings were used for because of her record. But I think the brass bell would be quite a nice feature to put back, or at least remember, get some image as to what it used to look like. Because there just isn't any more. Even the floors have gone. But it'd be nice.
After the initial work was complete to stabilise and begin the preservation of the site, thoughts turned naturally to the future.
We've gone through enough analysis and enough studying and thinking about the place to arrive at the conclusion that whisky distilling is probably the thing that will have the least impact and the biggest benefit and justify restoring and maintaining the place to the extent that we can, and to have adequate value to keep the place alive for perpetuity.
I love the idea of Ballymore whisky. Why not? Ballygowan water worked for someone many moons ago. Why not Ballymore whisky?
Maybe years from now, one of us will lean over the arm of a chair to tell the story of the strange beginnings of the rare and exclusive Ballymore whisky. But before then, there are major challenges still to be faced and overcome. But one gets the sense that Harvey would not have it any other way.
Kira, my wife, she's known that I'm mad. But also it's not just me. Kira also, it's her project as well. I'm certain that the rest of the family, like her parents, my parent, are absolutely certain that this is a bad move. But, you know, that'll change.